Hey guys, so last video I started a series called First Steps in Contest Prep. So now in the second installment, would this be the first installment? So that was the introduction? Whatever. In this first installment, I'm going to talk about something that you probably wouldn't expect, and that is tracking progress. And that is exactly why we're starting with this one, so check it out. As I mentioned in the introduction, this is a critical and often overlooked step. That is getting metrics before you start your prep or when you start your prep. Why is this so important? Well, like anything, in order to know where you're going, you need to know where you've been. It's just a way to chart progress. Not only does it help make sure you stay on track, but it also is motivating. I mean, knowing how you're doing and seeing things going on, I mean, that's positive feedback or negative feedback, but if it is negative, then you can make a correction to help make sure you reach your goal. Very important part of getting metrics for competition prep, and let me say this too, this isn't just for if you're getting into a physique competition, this is if you're trying to do a recomposition, change your body fat levels, get leaner, get in shape, whatever that is. These are all important. But one of the things that you want to do is make sure you've got the consistency or reduce the variability with these measurements. Making sure you're using the same device every time to check something. Making sure it's the same type of day. Trying to keep the conditions as similar as possible. Having the same person take these measurements. Making sure it's on a specific day of the week. Making sure your hydration levels are the same. These are the types of things that are going to help reduce your margin of error. There's always going to be a margin of error, but again, you want to reduce it as much as you possibly can to make sure it's as consistent as possible. Now, one thing for certain, now when you're taking progress pictures, and I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but you really want to make sure you get these consistent. So this means consistent lighting. Don't rely on natural lighting. Even though natural lighting is awesome, it's not always going to be there. Clouds come in, the seasons change, those types of things. So get consistent lighting, as much light as possible. Also, clothes. This is uncomfortable, but when you're taking those initial progress pictures, less is more. So then that way you can actually see the changes over time. And then hopefully continue to wear those clothes until they get too baggy and they're no longer going to be able to be worn. That's a good thing. So the question is going to be, what things should you track? What things should you measure? Well, this depends on your goals. Now, again, this is talking about physique competition, but I'm also talking about people who want to get in a new shape. So either one of these apply. So these are really not in any specific order of importance, but I like to think that we're going to start with the most important and work our way down. So first is pictures, getting all the angles, front, side, back. In a physique competition, you're obviously going to do your mandatory so you can see changes. And again, you want to make sure that these are consistent. So hold yourself in the same positions, have a tape on the line or some other mark so you make sure you're in the right spot. Next would be circumference measurements, waist, arms, thighs. And again, it's best if you're cold. Don't pump up so you can be as consistent as possible. Again, key in on these things that you really want to focus on to make sure you're making progress. Skin folds. Skin folds is different than body fat. Skin folds, you're just pinching your skin in key spots so you can see where things are. Doesn't necessarily matter what the percentage that comes out at the end of the formula, but if you've got less of a skin fold than you do before, you're getting leaner. Body fat. This is a good one to test. However, this is big on margin of error, so certain ways to test body fat are more accurate than others. And again, you want to make sure that you have as much consistency here as possible because these numbers can vary wildly. Lifts, track your lifts. Even though you're getting ready for a physique competition or improving your body composition, if you're getting stronger or maintaining your strength, that's a good thing. And if you keep the process going, progress is going to follow. This one might surprise some people, but blood work. Now, it might sound intimidating, like I'm going to go to the doctor and get my blood work done every time. If you prick your finger, check your blood glucose levels, that's one of the easiest ways to do it. It's something that you can do on your own, but that's a good way to tell how your insulin sensitivity is going, how your body is responding to carbohydrates. And finally, last and least, is the scale. Everybody's first go-to. Don't rely on the scale as your primary metric. You see I've got about 9 or 10 things here to look at. Yes, you can track the scale, but don't let it lead you in determining how you're doing. Note on the scale, there's a lot of things that are going to vary it, and this should be obvious. I'm going to say it anyway. Your hydration levels, your intestinal bulk, your inflammation levels, are you swollen, any of those things. So again, with the scale, really don't use that as your primary focus. Watch it, but don't, make it the only thing that you're looking at. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Like I said, before you get started, before you get too deep into your prep, get those metrics, take those measurements, make sure they're reliable. Use those to know that you are on track to your journey. It's great to have a vision, it's great to know where you're going, but you need to have those checkpoints to make sure you're staying on the path, or be able to auto-correct and make adjustments so you can stay on that path and make it to your journey. Guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. Stay tuned for more on this What to Start Prep With series. If you like this video, hit the like button, share it with others, subscribe to the channel. Again, stay tuned for more videos on this topic, and until next time, keep making every day count.